Federal corruption trial against former Congresswoman Corrine Brown.
You know, yesterday we heard testimony from her longtime friend and Chief of Staff, Ronnie Simmons, who said that the former Congresswoman was in complete control of the financial transactions with One Door. And he told the jury, quote, "You didn't tell the Congresswoman no."
Today, we heard from the Congresswoman herself as she took the stand in her own defense. Clark Foraker and Heather Crawford are live there. Let's start with Heather. She's been listening to testimony today. Heather?
That's right, Jeannie. Well, former Congresswoman Corrine Brown just left the courthouse moments ago after she spent several hours today on the stand testifying in her own defense. Now, Corrine Brown denied that she committed any fraud today, and she testified that she knew very little about the workings of that bogus charity, One Door for Education, which prosecutors say she used allegedly as her personal slush fund. She denied being part of a conspiracy, and she testified that had she known her chief of staff, Ronnie Simmons, was stealing money, she would have fired him, even though he'd worked for her for 3 decades and was like a son to her. Now, First Coast News' Clark Foraker continues our coverage now. And Clark, the former Congresswoman definitely had a lot to say today.
Yeah, Heather, she did. And one of the big questions, of course, is if for the past almost 2 weeks we've seen all of these checks and balance sheets showing Brown allegedly getting money, the big question for the jury is, if she didn't, how did that happen? And so Corrine Brown really went event by event and attempted to explain how money exchanged hands and how the way it happened didn't make her at fault. And so one of the biggest examples was through Vaughn Alexander, a longtime publicist here in Jacksonville and a part-time staffer of Brown's firm. She said that that Vaughn Alexander owed the Congresswoman money. And so the money that Vaughn Alexander was giving her was a reimbursement, not part of some scheme to move money around fraudulently, but a reimbursement for money that Brown had given her previously. And she said the same was true many times for Ronnie Simmons, that as her chief of staff, he would put his credit cards or his personal cash on bills that dealt with events and things going on in the congressional office, and that he would be reimbursed. He would take money to reimburse himself, and that certainly if Brown put money down, that money would get into her account as a reimbursement. And that word reimbursement was really a theme within their defense today as they went event by event and tried to address what ultimately has to be the jury's big question. Is there a legitimate reason why this money was being shuffled around and in some cases taken from One Door for Education and put into different people's bank accounts? Right now, Corrine Brown is under cross-examination, and so silent on the home front for the rest of the night. Cross-examination will continue tomorrow morning with the U.S. attorneys trying to use their records and use the exhibits they've already put in front of the jury to show her why they believe her story's not the truth. Heather?
And this jury's seen a lot of documents, a lot of exhibits, a lot of checks during the course of this trial. Now, it's interesting to note that today, Marissa Alexander showed up to listen to Corrine Brown's testimony. She told me that she came to support the former Congresswoman, who she says stood by her side when Alexander was on trial for firing what she says was a warning shot at her abusive husband. Take a listen to what Marissa Alexander told me today.
It's all about you. You have to be careful about what you say and what you don't say. And I think the fact of the matter is, if she's telling the truth, she'd be fine. And I think that it's just it's a lot of pressure to be in that seat where all eyes are focused on you, and then you know what you say is going to be cross-examined. It's a lot of pressure. In my eyes, she's done good enough for me to feel like she can't do any wrong in my eyes. So.
And Alexander knows what it's like to testify in your own defense because she did it at her trial. She just got off of house arrest this past January. So court will resume tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. That is when the cross-examination of former Congresswoman Corrine Brown will continue. We have in-depth coverage right now on this trial, on this case, and with former interviews with the former Congresswoman. It's all at firstcoastnews.com and on the First Coast News app. And our live team coverage of the Corrine Brown trial will continue tonight at 6 o'clock. Back to you.
Heather, thank you. So many people following this trial and